It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to and asks what makes a good, more classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The Old Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. The run inside. It's Jackson. There he goes. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Throwing St. Clair. Look out. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Making the adjustment on the play. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. And he gets rid of it.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26.
Booster. Flash.
St. Clair moving out to the right. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's the give off the left side. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. He's at the tip, and he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He shanked it. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup.
Looking deep. Grabs it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tavian St. Clair got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. When you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Caught at the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Throwing St. Clair. He's got the back in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Extending the play. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Working the ground game. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man on the outside. On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And he added the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. St. Clair makes the grab. Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State...
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 30. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tavian St. Clair uncorks it. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. From the red zone, it's Jackson. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it down the field. And the plus territory, they stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. There's some daylight. Turning it on. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Rolls right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
They'll run it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! His huge game continues. Third time he's gotten pay dirt in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeps it moving. It's Jackson. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Throwing St. Clair. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He's changing the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air. It's St. Clair. Back open in the middle. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Booster, booster. Flash, flash. Squid. Go, go.
4th down, St. Clair. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Again, it's St. Clair. Throws it deep. Makes the grab. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Tough run here. It's Jackson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Back's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now they'll line up they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Underwood. Grabbed over the middle. It's Buchanan. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Drops back, it's Underwood. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Throwing, Underwood. Trying to get behind the defense. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able.
Makes the catch, and he's free. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Buffalo taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's the Bulls in the throes of what is right now a major upset. It's early, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but this team believes and they could just pull this off.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game. And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. He's going to throw deep right side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive and trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with this wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete. 2nd and long here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. What a cut. Now he's loose. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bussey. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last
A
play.
run for the quarterback. Oh, it's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Hand it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Quarterback changing the play. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room at the 20. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on 1st down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They've got to find a way to continue to be physical.
intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They go play action with St. Clair. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. St. Clair. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get it, cook up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes. Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Booster!
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Tavian St. Clair. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Again, it's St. Clair. Fires left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. St. Clair to throw for it on fourth. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Just feeds the running back. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for running room. Breaks into the open. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
At the 36-yard line. First down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The run to the left. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Burrowing for yardage. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Number 22, set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They're all over it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Jackson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this.
There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offense.